Hello and welcome to this session of the Trials in a Pandemic Symposium. My thanks to the organisers for this online event and for bringing together such a large and diverse audience. I'm Janet Messer from the Health Research Authority in England, and I've been asked to spend a few minutes reflecting on our experience of trials in a pandemic. Our title for the symposium is Embracing Flexibility and Ensuring Integrity, so I'll try and reflect in this presentation whether we've been able to achieve a balance between flexibility and integrity, or whether there is a dichotomy. We all know that there's been a major research response to the coronavirus pandemic. There have been huge numbers of research projects set up, funders have rushed to issue rapid calls, and projects have been completed and published in record time. Here in the UK, we've already approved around 300 studies. But we're probably also all aware that the quality of research globally is quite variable. Insufficient sample size, outcome switching, short-term endpoints, just some of the issues that have been reported. Some of that has been blamed on the rush to get studies set up, whether to get to solutions quickly or just be the first in the publication race. There are accusations that in some countries, the quality of approvals has deteriorated due to speed. And we have all seen plenty of evidence of results hitting the media without any publication of actual analysis and report. Even preprints, which are widely being welcomed to speed dissemination, carry risks due to lack of rigorous review. However, I think we have been doing a pretty good job in the UK at achieving flexibility of response while retaining integrity. The Chief Medical Officer rapidly put in place a prioritisation and coordination process that has certainly pushed a coordination of research seldom seen before, getting different companies and academic sponsors to all take part in different arms of platform trials. A key contribution to research integrity comes from patient involvement, addressing the questions that matter to patients with study designs that take patients' views into account. The UK has a strong culture of patient involvement, so when we saw evidence that there was less patient involvement in early coronavirus studies, we responded rapidly to coordinate resources to enable researchers to quickly and easily access the right sort of input. Transparency of research is vital to integrity too, but particularly in the current context, and we've sped up the publication of summaries of the research that we've approved, making it easy to see all COVID-related research taking place across the UK. The HRA's key contribution, of course, in terms of flexibility of response, has been through our fast-track approval process and our mechanisms for supporting rapid study setup. We've heard plenty of good feedback about the flexibility that has enabled us to so rapidly put in place arrangements for fast-track review of COVID studies. Urgent public health studies, as designated by the Chief Medical Officer, have been reviewed by a research ethics committee within 24 hours of submission. The median timeline for over 40 trials, from submission to final approval and ready to go at sites, is only 11 days. But integrity here is key. We're using our existing framework for research. We have well-trained research ethics committee members. We've been able to do all of this because we've been working hard over several years to make our service agile and flexible and coordinated with the wider research system. Our amazing staff and volunteers have gone the extra mile and pulled out all the stops, not just to review studies, but to advise and help researchers. And this slide shows just some of the things that we've done. But we have only been able to achieve this in the HRA with our extremely tight resources, because about a third of our usual volume of applications has dropped. And that clearly has implications for other disease areas and questions about sustainability. So what have we learned from this? Well, there's plenty more to discuss and learn, and I hope that this symposium will assist with that, particularly across the different countries taking part. From the studies that I've seen, I think there is more to do to embed greater standardisation of approaches to organising and managing trials that would save a lot of reinventing wheels and make trials more efficient, something that I know this audience will see as key. Platform trials have been a key feature in the UK, and I think there is some learning to build on that as well. And we've certainly seen some effort to really consider how to embed trials in clinical practice so that research isn't a burden to clinicians. But there have been some problems where speed has probably hampered integrity. consent processes that haven't taken account of patient circumstances, or lack of language translation blamed on lack of time, with a risk of lack of diversity of participants. Just some of the issues that our ethics committees have had to pick up on. And of course, we have to reflect on the cry which you have no doubt heard. If you can do this for COVID, what can you do for all other trials? We're certainly talking in the UK about models of future working across the whole system, but they do need to be sustainable, as I said earlier. And as we started off saying right at the beginning, they do need to also balance flexibility and integrity. So thank you for listening to this opening introduction, and I hope that you find this session thought-provoking and enlightening. Thank you.